Hello, very good evening to everybody. Um, you do remember if you have watched my videos before. So we unboxed Gimbal, DJI Osmo mobile SE, about couple of days back, and I read through the instructions, and there was a couple of things that I understood from the instructions. But then when I started using it on the field, is when I actually understood what the different modes are and how the gimbal's battery holds good when you are trying to travel, and what is it that you require to take with you when you are trying to use a gimbal. So these are few things that I kind of was able to gather during my last weekend, right? So I thought I should share with you, because see, I want to do an in detail review, as in technical aspect and stuff of the gimbal that I'm using, but I kind of will shelve it, because see, for me, when I was trying to buy a gimbal, or for that matter any sort of it could be a bike, it could be a camera, it could be a phone. So people do speak a lot of technical aspects, as in if you go for a bike, they'll say bhp, they'll say torque, they'll say stuff. I mean, I'm sure that is actually a useful information for people who are the enthusiasts, as in who wants to go for it and who kind of want to get the best thing in the market. But then for me, from a layman perspective, uh, if I'm going for a bike, I would say, can it zoom past the other vehicles when I'm standing in a signal? Can I have an instant pickup? Can it drag on a ghat road with two people on board? Can it give fuel? Is it fuel efficient? Things like that, the basic stuff. But I'm not going to be in a race or something like that. But I want it to satisfy every bit of me, a bit of a racer, a bit of a middle class guy, a bit of a comfort guy, a bit of a cruiser, a bit of an adventurer, a bit of an off-road, a mix and match of it. So I would only speak from the experience perspective. Okay, so stay with me. I speak a lot, I know, but then this is for you to understand why is this guy not talking about so much of technical things, and he's only talking basics that we already kind of know. But if you know it, well and good. People who out there are people who don't even know. Like I said in the previous video, I didn't know what gimbal was until my son came and told me we should buy a gimbal. Now when I bought it, I am overwhelmed by what it can do. So stay tuned, right? So what I'm saying is, see, this is a gimbal that we are talking about, right? So this is a gimbal, okay? Now I mounted the phone already, so let me take it out for you to see. Okay, now this is a magnetic clamp that comes along with the gimbal. Okay, the magnetic clamp. Okay, so this, I took it out right now. Okay, hold on a minute. Okay, so I was saying, this is a magnetic clamp, right? I think I've already shown you this in the unboxing video, but let me again cover this just in case if somebody has not seen that video yet. So the clamp goes around the phone. Okay, now the best part is it got an indicator here which says the camera has to be facing to the top. So I'm using a OnePlus right now because I'm using my iPhone to film this video, right? So what it does is you have to kind of place this arrow mark onto the top clamp, right? The best part about this, okay, there are two things you need to remember. The best part about this is you know which side faces where. Okay, second thing, if there are this small rubber thing is inside the lining which would stop it pressing any of these buttons on the phone, right? So they're safe. Okay, now another thing is, what happens is you will always remember to balance it to the middle. Okay, so I have not done it yet, I'll do it. But the reason why we balance it to the middle is because the gimbal keeps trying to balance your phone to the center. Okay, so if you have the clamp somewhere to the left or to the right, it will still keep struggling and it will drain the battery a lot. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to make sure that this is at the center of the gimbal. Okay, so now what it does is, now you do this, now you see this notch, like this notch goes in here. Okay, it will instantly, it will, you know, sit on it. Don't have to worry much now. Now the gimbal is kind of off. Okay, when it is actually off, it's like this. Now I'm going to turn it on. This M button that you see, right? This M button that you see, I'm going to long press. There it is. It's come to life. Yeah, it's come to life. See, it's saying hello in the portrait mode. Now, to switch to a landscape mode, you double press this button over here. I'm double pressing it. See that? Okay. Now, if you feel that this is not aligned properly towards me, you see this trigger. Okay, trigger not as in gun trigger, trigger as in camera trigger, right? So you double click this. Okay, when you double click it, it will adjust. Actually, you know what? It's in the right position, so it's not doing anything. But let me see. I did this. See that? How it's adjusted, right? Yeah, good, cool, right? Now, once it has done that, now there are multiple things. Okay, now this button right here, this button right here. Okay, so I was saying, this is a magnetic clamp, right? I think I've already shown you this in the unboxing video, but let me again cover this just in case if somebody has not seen that video yet. So the clamp goes around the phone. Okay, now the best part is it got an indicator here which says the camera has to be facing to the top. So I'm using a OnePlus right now because I'm using my iPhone to film this video, right? So what it does is you have to kind of place this arrow mark onto the top clamp, right? The best part about this, okay, there are two things you need to remember. The best part about this is you know which side faces where. Okay, second thing, if there are this small rubber thingies inside the lining which would stop it pressing any of these buttons on the phone, right? So they're safe. Okay, now another thing is, what happens is you will always remember to balance it to the middle. Okay, so I have not done it yet, I'll do it. But the reason why we balance it to the middle is because the gimbal keeps trying to balance your phone to the center. Okay, so if you have the clamp somewhere to the left or to the right, it will still keep struggling and it will drain the battery a lot. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to make sure that this is at the center of the gimbal. Okay, so now what it does is, now you do this, now you see this notch, like this notch goes in here. Okay, it will instantly, it will, you know, sit on it. Don't have to worry much now. Now the gimbal is kind of off. Okay, when it is actually off, it's like this. Now I'm going to turn it on. This M button that you see, right? This M button that you see, I'm going to long press. There it is. It's come to life. Yeah, it's come to life. See, it's saying hello in the portrait mode. Now, to switch to a landscape mode, you double press this button over here. I'm double pressing it. See that? Okay, now if you feel that this is not aligned properly towards me, you see this trigger. Okay, trigger not as in gun trigger, trigger as in camera trigger, right? So you double click this. Okay, when you double click it, it will adjust. Actually, you know what? It's in the right position, so it's not doing anything. But let me see. I did this. See that? How it's adjusted, right? Yeah, good, cool, right? Now, once it has done that, now there are multiple things. Okay, now this button right here, this button right here, that works. That does multiple things. Okay, it is used to turn off and turn on. It is used to switch modes, different shooting modes, which we will discuss in just some time right now. Okay, see that, right? And you can put the gimbal in standby by clicking that thrice. No, no, no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was right. I was right. I just got confused. I got mixed up. Okay, so if you click it three times, right? If you click it three times, it goes into standby like this. I click three times, went into standby. I'm going to click it three times again. It's alive. So basically, standby, I'm saying it goes into sleep mode, right? So it does all that. Okay, now, sorry. Now, this, like I said, this button right here is used for portrait, landscape, and I'll show you more. If you click it thrice, it will switch from camera still photography to video photography. Okay, it will switch to that mode. I have not turned on the phone yet. I'll turn the phone on. There are more. There's a joystick where you can do this. Okay, the phone's connected to Bluetooth already. Okay, so I'll tell you how to connect it to Bluetooth. Okay, you see this? This is a joystick which is moving it all around, right? Then there is a button here which is used for zooming in, zooming out. Okay, pretty much it. Then there is this trigger. This is used for multiple purposes. One, it can be used to lock a target where the camera gets locked to a target. Okay, and it actually stays with the target no matter what you do. So it kind of moves with the target, right? Now, another thing is when you double click it, it adjusts. When you double click this, it adjusts the angle. Say, like I said, now it is like this. Double click, it calibrates it to face you. Okay, right? So one click, it locks the target. One click, it releases the target. Double click, balances it, calibrates the camera, right? So it does all that. Then there is this panel which tells you what is the battery percentage. It tells you which mode we are at, and then it tells you the green button, right? The green thingy says you are connected through Bluetooth, right? So does all that. Now let me tell you, before we go further, right? Before we go further, I'll tell you the battery of this. They said once the battery is full, then you can use it for about 8 hours of shooting mode. Then my son was actually handling it, right? So he kept it on all the way along, and I think we got about a decent. I mean, he was meddling with it throughout the drive, so I think we got a decent 2.5 hours of kind of continuous shooting, I would say. But then when we kept it on charge, okay, when we kept it on charge on the power bank, and then we started shooting, we never allowed it to charge completely. So once it said it was green. So basically what they say is this is green, right? So it says the minute the indicator goes down, the green goes down, then it turns into some orange or something. And then after that it starts, it comes in the red, then it starts flickers, and that's when you need to understand it's going to shut down, right? Now the orange, that yellow, that thing, whatever that indicator is, it starts doing that, okay? But then when we put it on the power bank, right? When we put it on power bank, it actually shows the battery is full. But then after that, when we try to shoot, it basically I don't know, I think we got about a 30 to 45 minutes of usage. So I think it didn't charge completely, because now I have been using it for last 1.5 hour, 1 hour, and it was charged 3 days ago, and it's still holding good. Okay, it's still holding good. So let's see by the end of this video will it still hold good or not. Now one thing I missed out is the tripod that comes along with it, right? So when do you need a tripod? Okay, there are two things. Okay, the actual handle is short, so when you hold it like this, when you shoot something, it's comfortable, but you want to get it a little longer shot and give it uh, keep it a little farther away, then this helps, right? So then this helps. Instead of holding here, put it here, this helps. Second thing is this tripod opens up. Okay, now there are two uses of this tripod. One, if you are going to do a pano shot, panoramic shot, just set it to pano, launch the tripod. If you want to see it in action, I'll show it in action. Just bear with me for a couple of minutes. Okay, launch it here, keep it on the ground, put it on the pano, turn it on, and it will go up, down, horizontal, vertical, whatever it needs to do. It captures all the shot and will give you a panoramic view of that place. Okay, that's one thing. Second, I am solo, I want to do filming, right? If let's say for example, now like I'm solo, right? We will cover it as we move on. I mean, I don't want to spoil the fun. I want to put it on a tripod and show it to you. Okay, so just bear with me a couple of more minutes. First, let's discuss about the modes that we have. Right, stay with me. Okay, so let's get on with it. I turned it on already. My son is saying hi.
Hi.
Yeah, so he wanted to be a part of this. Now, I'm going to double click, switch to landscape. So I normally use the portrait mode when I'm doing the reels part, shorter clips, which is ready to use. Okay. Now here I'm using a DJI Osmo mobile app. Okay.
It's the DJI Mimo app. Yeah.
Mimo app. Okay. So this is the app. I hope, I'm sorry. Like I said, the gimbal doesn't listen to you because it's got a AI. You see that?
The black one.
That's the app. DJI Mimo app. Now, why do we need the app, right? Now, the app actually does wonders, right? So the app has a camera. It's got templates. So I'll show you more about the app. So I'm getting into the app right now. Okay. Now, what will happen is you can use the native camera app, right? So it will also record the videos like it does. But here in this app, okay, this is the home. If I go to home, okay, there are different modes, right? Again, it's not listening to me. So wait, I'll have to disconnect this, right? So just wait. The AI, that's the problem with the AI. You want to operate the phone to show you something. Okay, let's see this. See this. There are multiple things. There is a AI editor. Okay, your videos you can edit using AI. But trust me, I could not get it to start at any point. Okay, I could not get. Then there is a device option on the top. If you click on the device, it goes into the camera mode. It detects the device and it connects through Bluetooth. Okay, so make sure only one device is connected at the time. If it doesn't connect to your device, that means it's connected to some other device. Like it was connected to my iPhone, I didn't realize. Then I went into help. I realized it was connected to my iPhone, so disconnected from my iPhone, and then I connected to this. Yeah. So what happens is basically this app gives you a complete control over what you're shooting, different modes, adjust brightness, adjust everything that you want to. Second, it's got templates. Okay, when I'm saying templates, right? So you see this. Let's say for example there is this template. Okay, I selected hiking, right? So it will tell you in a hiking, shoot one close up, shoot one tree. It will also tell you the angle. You want to shoot from bottom to top or top to bottom. What do you want to shoot? Shoot a stream, shoot this. Then it will put all the clips together. It will give you a video which says, okay, this guy was hiking. Yeah, isn't that what we did?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it does, right? So it's a complete tutorial. It's like a guide. I mean, I loved it because I shot footage of my daughter when we were waiting in the ecotourism park at Tenmala. I did wonders because as a beginner photographer or a videographer, you would not be able to think of so many angles, but it tells you now picture a person, now picture from close up, now picture from far, then picture a tree, then picture a tree trunk, picture a stream, then go far, wide angle and all that, then it puts it together and it's an amazing shot. I'm going to put all the clips after we finish talking, okay? But then you need to understand, right? So I won't bore you with all that now. There are 4 different modes in it. 4 different modes. One, follow mode. Okay. Now the follow mode is useful when you are, let's say you're driving and you want to capture something without getting distracted and the focus to be locked in the front, and then let's say I'm going to hold it. Okay, I turned it on. Landscape mode, right? When you turn it on, the first one is follow mode, okay? Then you press the M button once, switches to a tilt lock. Okay, follow mode, like I said, when you go to a subject, like I'm going this direction, okay, I want it to follow what I'm doing. It doesn't do anything else, no point of view, nothing. It does just what I'm saying, okay? I mean, it will do just like what I'm doing. I'm going straight, it goes straight. I do this, it'll do this. I'm in a different mode. 1 second. Bear with me. Okay, this is follow mode, right? So I'm saying this, it follows wherever I'm going. Okay, all the 3 axes is alive here, right? Now when I'm doing a tilt mode, now tilt mode is basically good when you do a horizontal subject. Okay, so it's like, see this, do this. That means if you're covering a person, if you're going to get a good angle, you're going to go around that person. Go like this, it will hold on to it. Okay, it wouldn't tilt back and forth, right? Now then there is a follow mode. That's the third mode. Now follow mode, what it does is, if I'm tilting, see, the axis tilts. It follows the movement of the gimbal, right? So when would you use this? Is basically you want to see the way I am seeing something, okay? Let's say I want to see it in this angle. I tilt it and it follows you. I tilt it, it follows you. I tilt it, follows. In follow mode it's different. In follow mode, let me show you the same thing in follow mode. See this? It keeps adjusting it to the view. It's not the first person view. It's following what you're doing. It's saying I'm following you wherever you go and come with you. Okay. Now in first person view it says, okay, however you want to see, I will show that. Okay. So this is FPV. Okay, you want to see like this, I'll show them that. You want to see like this, I'll show them that. Okay. Now next, this is a good one, okay? Yeah, this is the, okay, this is interesting, okay? Now this one is called a spin mode, right? You have seen those shots in movies where people go like 360 degrees, right? You can do that here. Now watch, I am in the spin mode. I use a joystick. You see that?
Normally the joystick in other modes will tilt the camera left, right, up and down. Here, move the joystick up and down, it moves the camera up and down.
So
But in spin shot,
it rotates the camera.
it rotates around left and
So what he's trying to say is, let's say this is my follow mode. If I move the joystick right, it turns. I mean, it's turning to me. If I move it the other way, it turns the other way. If I move it like this, if I move it like this, this basically works like an airplane, okay? Basically works like an airplane, right? So the tilt mode, when tilt is locked, the axis will move along with you like an airplane. Right? Similarly, when you engage a spin mode, the same joystick which is supposed to go right and left will rotate the camera like that. So you get a shot. I want to put a shot after this. Okay. Now, good thing. Now we will come to the tripod. I told you about tripod, right? So let's say, okay. Let me show you something. Okay. I'm target locking this guy. Okay. I'm locking the target. I'm putting it on tripod. I kept it on tripod, right? And
So,
you're too close. Yeah. Okay. He is target locked, right? Now he moves. It moves with him. Yeah. Good.
and now left and right.
Wherever. I mean, he moves up, he moves down. It does it. Okay. To engage it, you press the trigger once, it locks it. Press it again, it unlocks it. Now I disengage the target lock. Now he moves, it does nothing, he doesn't know him. Okay, now when can I use the tripod again? I can use it for panorama shot. So for pano, see this is the DJI app. I am clicking on pano. Okay, when it is on pano, I don't have to do anything, right? So I am putting it on a tripod. I don't even have to be closer. Click and it starts.
Photo.
Okay, so in the pano, I'm clicking on it. Let's see. Okay, I'm not moving it. See, it does it all by itself. Baja, your trousers are down. I need to shoot this again. I forgot an important button, right? So this one, this little guy here, you don't have to touch the phone. Okay, you don't have to touch the phone. I'm sorry, it's struggling. It's thinking what is it that this guy is pointing me at. So when you are connected to the app, right, you can click on this, and it starts taking pictures, or it start taking. See, clicking the picture right now. It's on the photo mode. It's clicking picture. Let me switch it to a video. Okay. Now when I'm on video, okay. Now I would actually not on this guy. Okay. Now I am using this button here. Okay, this button here. I click and it starts. You see that recording. So you don't literally have to touch the phone. You can use everything from here, and it is very helpful. Trust me, you will love it. Okay. The battery is holding good. Actually, I had some bad feeling about the battery, but I think I was wrong. We've had it on throughout the 3 hours drive, and then we shot it for about an hour and a half, and then I think it went down after that. And being a new equipment that we bought, we were kind of excited and fascinated with it, overwhelmed and all that. So I think we was meddling it with it a little too much.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay, and then the zoom part. Okay, I forgot to tell you the zoom part. Okay, now let's see how the zoom works. See, there you go. See the zoom? Are you able to see it? There it is. See that it goes.
Yeah. It goes up to a 8x zoom, and on certain mobile.
Not 8, it goes beyond that. It goes about, I think, 10. Yeah, it went to 10. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, 1 second. Now let me zoom out. See this? So the best part, you don't have to touch the phone at all. And I'll post another video of it, so you'll understand how the zoom works and how do you use it while picturing it, right? You will tell.
So how the zoom work on certain mobile devices as a limit. So the iPhone has an 8x limit, on this Android has a 10x limit, and on some phones you can even zoom out for a wide angle. So on iPhone there's a 0.5 wide angle, there is a no wide angle on this phone at least.
I think when you zoom out,
Yeah.
that looks like a wide angle because I shot it in the Kutralam.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you zoom out, right? When it zooms out beyond a certain point, it comes below. If you look at iPhone at one, it says it's normal. You go lesser than one, it goes to wide angle. Then you go to zoom, it goes zooms on, right? So similarly, what I noticed is when you kind of zoom out, it gives you a wide angle view. I will post that video of wide angle and the zoom part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so these are few things as a user of Gimbal I wanted to know. Now I know. I think I've shared what I knew about it right now. So I showed you the app of the Gimbal company, the DJI Osmo app, right? DJI Mimo. I could have done it using our native camera app as well, which you can use with this without any problems. The reason why I showed you that app is within that app there are templates where you can shoot basis. Are you going for a exercise? Are you going for to a park? You want to? I mean, there is a home shooting tutorial as well where it will say open the curtains and take your belongings and get dressed. And I mean, different angles, different shot, different scenarios. It'll tell you all that, and finally you got yourself a professional looking video. You don't even have to, trust me, you don't even have to edit it if you actually follow that video as it is, right? So I'm sure you'll find it much useful. If I missed anything, please do comment. I'll cover that for you, right? And I'm in love with it. My son loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at him. He loves it. So he doesn't even give it to me once when I'm trying to go out, right? And we are out. But then I try to snatch it from him once in a while. Mm, you know, mm, we are all kids with the gadgets,
Yes.
right? So stay tuned, and I would want to bring more. See, this channel is not only about reviewing gadgets or travel gears or anything, but I want to show you something that I am excited about. I learned something on the way. I find something. The nature is like lovely. I want you to feel it. I want you to see it. The gadgets are friendly. I want you to see it. I want you to know about it. How to use them. I know it. I want to share it with you because I've seen a lot of videos. I want to be a contributor as well. So we are not trying to be only a travel channel or a gadget guy. We will try to do more, and we will need your support. Stay with us. Stay tuned, subscribe, share, please like and comment anything that you want me to add on to this. We will do that for you. Thank you very much for watching. You have a good day
Bye.
from all of us. Bye bye. Do you see all the greenery around? This is a beautiful view. Wow. Look at that. That is awesome. Look at that. That is like really, really awesome. You getting this? When I'm in love with this place, so much nature. This just looks like a movie set, right? Look at that boat over there. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't imagine that this view will be like this on top of this from where we came. We came from there, right? We came from there. You see, there's a car, right? So we came from there. If you look from there, right? So you'll only see the trees. You wouldn't see this water body from here. This is like an awesome place. I mean, I'm kind of overwhelmed by this beauty. Seriously, you should experience this. The smell, natural leaf and plant smell, the shade of the plants.